Hello dear friends, this is Loth Indoor Kids channel. My name is Alisa. Hello and welcome. I haven't seen you for a week, I think. I've had quite a few things happening, so I'm going to tell you. Start from the most important one is I think I got an approximate date of moving. It's going to be penciled in as the 30th of November. For me, so if I move in on the 30th of November, I will then start the new month in my new place and out of the old place. I'm super excited. I pretty much bought I think probably 60% of everything I need for the kitchen, and made a list upon list of things I might need straight away or things I need to buy later on. So yes, I know you told me not to buy stuff, but I'm sorry, I get just a little excited. Just a little, you know. So I need to get stuff. So I got these towels in my local Tesco's. These are 100% Egyptian cotton. These are placemats, by the way. They were a bit creased on sale, but I'm straightening them underneath all this weight anyway. But I've got towel-wise, I got myself the very dusty pink ones. It's the whole set, and then also like a beigey grey, like a greyish. And also I've gotten the bathroom mats. So that's also brand new. And then this is my blanket that I absolutely adore, and it's really thick and it looks like a shearling, I think that's the word for it, like a sheep, like a sheep fur hair, you know, but obviously it's not the real one, it's all synthetic. But this is my set waiting to go into my new place, together with my pink pajamas that I'm making at the moment. Oh, and also I made some bias binding for my pajamas, so I will be applying that to the hem and sleeves probably, and the front facings. So I've decided to make myself a special nightie for moving in. This is nightie, this is Simplicity 9207, and this is the line drawing. And I chosen this fabric, and the fabric is like very thin cotton twill. It's like a twill lawn. Is there such a thing? Because look how thin it is. Very thin, and then when you get closer it just gets a bit, you see that like a weave going through it, don't you? So yeah, this is the back, just in case if you're wondering. So anyway, I got this fabric in my local newspaper news store here in Crediton, which is quite a shame that I'll be moving, because I loved going there. You find the most random stuff, loads of vintage buttons and all kind of things. But this is going to be the nightie. I cut out the largest size, and I don't know whether I've done something wrong, but the front shoulders were much shorter than the backs of the shoulders, so I had to stretch the fabric. Good thing it's kind of on bias, so it's stretched okay. I don't know if I'm going to be using this pattern again. I'd like to think it's not something I've done, but either way, I don't have time for this. I've already done the pockets, you know, I just need to attach them. Then I've done a shoulder seams in a French seam, and I also did the side seams, French seams as well. I've done interfacing of the collar, so that's going to be going in tonight, I think. And also I've done 2 sleeves, and again, like with the rest of it, I've done the French seam on the inside seam, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and another 2 bits that I'm missing are the front facings, which I also interfaced. So hopefully today I'll be able to put all together and maybe do the buttons the day after perhaps, or on the weekend. And the buttons I chose just like a plain plastic buttons. They came in a large pack of all pink, different shades of pink. I don't know whether you've seen those or not, but these are quite good, and I think the color quite matches. It shows them a bit more red than they are in actual life, but in actual life they're actually the same color as a dark pink here. So this is the progress on my nightie, and I'm also gonna make an eye mask with like a little frills around it, because I have a little bit of fabric left, so hopefully I will be wearing that on my first night in my new place. Stay tuned and I'll show you more. I wanted to show you the 2 pair of shoes I bought. So I went into New Look, and these are not expensive at all, but this kind of shoes at the moment are very trendy, and they're very easy to combine with things. So these are just a comfortable everyday shoes. They will go with a lot of my things. And another pair of shoes, I'm super excited about these. I always wanted a pair of like a white or milky white shoes, and I got these boots. Again, they're very reasonably priced, gorgeous, and with them I think I will be wearing trousers and dresses and all sorts of things, and skirts, so they'll go with everything. So I thought I'd just show you these bits, because I'm chuffed about my good lucky finds, you know. I never go shopping to Lidl, and then I went shopping to Lidl, and in there I found this really cool salt and pepper grinders, and they're electronic. And I looked, I opened one up today. I think they're pretty cool, and they each take 3 batteries, like AAA batteries, and 6 batteries are included in each box, so they will last me for a while. And I think they're just pretty cute, because my frying pans are white with like a light wood handles, so isn't it kind of cute? Not that I'm gonna be eating next to where I'm cooking, but still, like in my mind it's all matching, so it's all happy times. I also bought a few knives. I don't think I'm going to be showing you the knives. I don't know what the rules are, but just take my word for it. I got about 5 of them, and I got a really fancy knife sharpener as well for my kitchen, so I'm all set to start cooking. Another thing, after my first shopping video, I've been told to look up a multi-cooker, and I have been obsessed with them ever since. And I think I found a couple that I'm keeping my eye on, and one, well, it has to have an air fryer, obviously, because it's important. So thank you for those tips. I'm honestly, this is life-changing. Like, I'm gonna, you know, because once you have a multi-cooker, you don't even have to use the oven. I think that's the point. And then, because it's not going to be my house, it's going to be a rented house, but it's going to be brand new, so nobody's ever lived in it, so nobody's ever used the oven, so it's going to be literally brand new, shiny, like no scratches, no spits, no fat in it, you know. Like, I'd be horrified to just like use the oven and not being able to like scratch off like the signs of usage. So I think multi-cooker is the way to go, because the rest of it I can clean, and I don't mind cleaning the oven, but they're just so difficult to get. Especially the one I have here is on the floor, and to get into it you need to get on your knees, and then after about, I don't know, 30 seconds the fan starts blowing in your face, because I put on the lights to see what I'm doing, so the fan starts blowing, so I get cold. And then also on the top the element is all covered in spits of bacon, which is not even mine. Just saying? So I was trying to clean it off, and it is such a pain. But the good news is no longer going to be my problem. So I'm just gonna, like, I've done my best. And not just with the bacon, you know. Anyway, right, moving on. So another thing I've done is I went and I saw an accountant. It was really a really good meeting, and to be fair, the lady I saw, we spoke for probably over 2 hours, and we started off with the accounting and we ended up with talking about you know, wars and being a refugee and worrying about your loved ones in a war zone, because she can relate to that, and I think I cried a little in the end and stuff like that, so we hugged. Anyway, she was hired. I need to get back to her actually, because I'm kind of in the middle of sorting things out with Vicky, so I need to find out what exact work they're going to be giving me, so that will affect what I do and how I register. It won't affect it, but it's kind of like all related to it. So with Vicky Sews, I can translate, or there's another possibility that is currently being considered, which is like a part-time assistant job, but that could be a problem with my hours because I obviously have a full-time job. So I did tell them what my free out of work hours are and whether they'll be able to work with that schedule or not. If not, I can just like do plain translations, and just be quite happy doing that, to be honest with you. So I think that should probably all happen this week. I don't know how much translations I'm going to be doing until I move. Again, it will all depend on what I'm waiting to hear from Vicky Sews, basically. And then another thing I'd like to tell you is that I have been selling some of my things on eBay. So I went through more of my possessions, and I think I showed you in a previous video that I was selling my nail drill machine. I sold like another beauty device thingy. So that all went off already, that's all gone. Another thing, I sold off 2 sets of Madame Glam gel nail polishes because I've decided to go like a more natural. I don't know whether I will ever use gel polish again. I'm definitely not going to go to salon to have that done because I usually do all that stuff myself. But at the moment I'm just kind of sticking with like a clear nail polish and just like a clean manicure and a clear nail polish for the minute. So I sold that off. Not for as much as I bought it for, but it still was a good price, so that gives me more money to buy kitchen utensils. Not that I have much left. And yeah, and to sweeten up this episode, I'm going to include some footage of me going on a lovely walk in Tiverton. I met a really lovely old friend of mine who I haven't seen in about 7 years. We went for a walk and I just took some beautiful footage of the nature and the canal. We went along the canal and it's absolutely gorgeous there, so I hope you enjoy it. and the ones I'm going to be taking with me, if that's of any interest or just to entertain you. So I will include that as well. These are my other plants, just the ones here on top. So this is one of my orchids that was not doing too well at all, but then since I reported it not too long ago, it's actually quite happy. So this one has been done. It's got healthy roots, so we're just going to leave it there. This is a Chinese, what is it, a Chinese happiness plant or something like that. This is an offcut that I've been gifted, and it was just as small as a couple leaves in the middle, but look at it springing out now. So I'm quite happy with that one as well. This one I bought from being like this big, and it really grew. I just love the pink like shade of leaves. It's just so cute. And the pot is like that's my vitamins, and the pot is like this head, but I keep rotating it so that it gets equal amount of light everywhere. So that's that. Then you know about my fascination with the palm trees, so that I had to have this one, and I also had to have this one. This one is just super cute. It's just something about it that reminds me or gives me vibes of like a French Riviera kind of 1930s like a jazz age, you know. So again, hopefully this will grow big and strong. I like growing them from small. This is a coffee plant. It wasn't doing too well, but I kind of saved a few little sprigs, you know, so it's doing quite well now. Not 100%, but I'm happy. And then this one I just bought recently. I think it's some sort of rubber plant or something. And what I like about it is that it has whiter spots, like a green spots, and when it grows, I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. This is my ex-boyfriend's plant patch, so he likes buying them big, so his plant is already like this. This is what my plant's going to look like. It's gorgeous, isn't it? This is a dragon tree. Used to be mine, but I'm just going to leave it behind because I don't think I'll have space for big plants right now until I get my own house. So this guy is staying here. This is a polka dot plant which I have of one of my own in the kitchen. I'll show you in a minute. This is peace lily. Again, I have one of my own, the smaller one. This is a really beautiful monstera plant. It's just so healthy and gorgeous. One day I'll get one of my own probably, or something similar. And yeah, so he's got quite a few. This is his corner. And then he's got this plant crawling everywhere. And then so these are also mine. So this is my polka dot. I don't know whether I showed you this one before, whether I showed it on Instagram, but look how much it's grown. It's just so healthy. And it's got this cute, it's flowering. It's flowering, it's adorable. That is my pineapple plant. This is possibly mine, but I don't know if I want it because it grows like there's no tomorrow. It's like a little bit like a weed. This is the one I got home from work because a little branch fell off, so I'm trying to kind of save it. I don't know what's happening there, whether it's growing roots in there or not. But at least it's not looking dead, so I guess that's a good sign. And this is another coffee plant. So this coffee plant is just the way it should be. It's very bushy, very healthy looking. So most of these plants, except for this one, are mine in here. And that's what I'll be taking with me when I go. Then there is this plant. Do not ask me what it's called. I don't remember right now, but when I bought it, it was full, it was literally covered in leaves. And then we brought it in and we gave it a couple of treatments, and all the leaves fell off basically. And like literally every time you'd walk past or you just do this, like the leaves would be falling off it. And it broke my heart, you know. And so I had a little chat with it, and we've agreed that it's gonna cooperate, and both the plant and myself, we're gonna come back to our full bloom and the best possible condition. So we made an agreement, didn't we? And I actually see that it's starting to spring back, just like myself, getting, you know, new leaves, getting new hopes, new dreams. So this is a kind of like a symbol of my recuperation, you know, of my rebirth, this plant. And I'm gonna have to give it a name. I have to think about it. So I also have been taking stock of all my plants and all the plants that I want to take with me. There will be quite a few. I don't know what the layout of the new place is and where they're all going to be positioned and where all the windows are facing, because you obviously have to position certain plants in the south facing windows. Some plants don't like too much light, but then again, in the winter, the south facing windows that we have here, they're not even that sunny, you know, so it all will have to be considered. Obviously my orchids will take the priority and have to be accommodated first, because they're special princesses that have to be happy whenever I go. And then the rest of my plants I'm going to show you little by little, and hopefully you will make friends with them too, like I did, because they're all very, very cute. Most of them are palm trees and ficuses. So this is my update. I just wanted to say thank you so much for sticking with me, and thank you so much for your lovely comments and so much great advice. Like, honestly, I'm overwhelmed with all the lovely and very useful comments that you're making. And in fact, I've incorporated some of them already, and it's like a free Wikipedia of domestic bliss, you know, like, oh, I spilled some fat on my t-shirts, and like in 5 minutes there's like 100 comments on how to deal with it. You are absolutely the best. Thank you so much for being in my life and for supporting me and for cheering me on. And I'm gonna end this on this positive note, and I'm going to give you another update in a few days. I hope you have a lovely, lovely week and create something beautiful, and think of me whilst you do that. Love you all. See you soon. Bye. Mwah.